Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. Hi, Colfern, Agustina, Run Conditional Love Taro. Okay, hi, Josie Dog. All right. I hope everyone is having a good weekend so far. Today is Saturday, so you're allowed to ask personal questions, pet questions, loved ones from the other side, whatever you have. I will answer them. And also, no questions yet, so I don't know if any of you took part in No King's Day. I was doing some stuff today. I didn't have a chance. I couldn't go because I had to go meet with the dealership, a couple of other stuff that I had to do. So I couldn't go. But next time, the thing is, I think, like I said last week, Trump and his team are shocked at how disliked they are. Hi, Josh Matthews. And I'm surprised when you do things, everything you do is to hurt people. You know, people are not going to like you. No one is into abuse. And but yes, today was a shock to them, and it feels like to me, intuitively I feel what they were doing the best they could. Look at the different placards and what the people were saying, and it feels like they feel the war, first of all, a lot of people are objecting to his governing style, as like being a dictator, or wants to be a dictator. His face all over the place in the country now. He's going to put on the dollar coin and sign. I don't know which denomination. If it's $1, $100, or $10,000, or everything, he wants to put his signature on them. They were paying attention. They are very worried because also what it feels like to me, they are thinking this turnout, hi Kibal Lions, is the tip of the iceberg. For everybody that turned out, you have at least 7 to 8 more who feel the same way. So they are very concerned, and that many people taken to the streets. It's not good news. And if they decide to start putting pressure, they will get somewhere. Pickney says, why does my dog wait until 9 or 10 p.m. to eat? I don't feel it's anything, artists went to the No King parade in New York City. That must have been fun. New York is a good place, a great place, in fact, to go for those type of things. I hope you enjoyed it, artist. That must have been fun. And I heard it was crowded. A lot of people. Anyway, hey, Peckney, can you please call me? Did you get your dog? Even if it's like not a baby? Because what I feel like saying, it may have to do with how to a previous home that he had, you know, because this to me feels like habit as opposed to anything else. Oh, sorry. I forgot to grab my number. Okay, got it. Here's my number, Pinckney, please call. Because it feels like to me a habit, it's nothing bad. Hi, Josie Dog. Hi, this is Milo.
Hi, this is A. Pinckney.
Yes. How old was your dog when you got him?
They told me she was 6 months, but she was really 8 months.
Okay. It feels like to me, like I said, it's a habit thing. It's not, you know, and if you don't know and try to change the habit or try to break it, I mean, if he only, does he eat anything at all during the day? It feels like yes to me.
Yeah, she does. She does. She
Okay.
does eat something. Sometimes she'll eat her food in the morning, but for the most part, she'll eat it, and she'll wait until it feels like to me.
Yeah.
She'll wait until myself or maybe my daughter, when we over at my daughter's house, to finish eating, and then she'll go get her food.
It feels like it's out of habit to me. It's nothing bad. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you know, you can try to break it. How old is she now?
She'll be 5 this summer.
Oh, okay, so she's still young. And the other thing, is that, do you know some dogs sometimes, they're not white, they like color, but their paws are a bit darker. Is that your dog?
That's my dog.
Okay,
Yeah.
just
yes. She's white with brown spots. And she has some big brown patches, but some of her toenails are dark.
Yeah, that's where I was getting her, but I was getting it more brown than you said, but it's okay because I can confuse the colors. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's the dog. No problem. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Good
All right,
luck.
thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me scroll down. New York should be fun right now. Okay. I'm looking for a question. Girlfriend says, will my sister need to move and with me? Probably girlfriend. Yeah, she's gonna need a place at some point. It's tough out there, and rent is crazy, and finding a job is even worse. Sorry about that, girlfriend, but yeah, she may need a place at some point this year. Okay? Oh, Montauk ad says, so glad I protested today. Everyone was reasonable and well behaved. Yeah, they do a pretty good job. And also, I was looking at, there's a gentleman on Channel 4, I don't remember his name, he's new, pretty young too. And he was saying he was near Mar-a-Lago, and there was a counter protest, they had counter protesters, but there weren't that many. And one of them basically, he got himself arrested for striking a woman, threw her phone off of her hand, and he got arrested. And somebody called the police came and arrested him. I mean, why do this? Protests and like the you counter protesting, fine. But he went looking, try to walk in the middle of the crowd, pushing people and being rude. And it seemed like the protesters were not having any of it. Okay. Hi, Mary Johnson. Okay, I'm looking to see. CC says, I heard Trump say on a clip that he loves to surround himself with losers. Oh yeah, I heard about that. That explains his unqualified cabinets. Yes, I believe, I did not see the clip, but I'm not surprised he said that, because he said it before in terms of his supporters. Okay, so because he needs two people to make himself feel good. He's better than they are. He thinks he's better than they are. That's all that matters. If he thinks you're stupid and he's better than you, then you're in. And that's why I have not seen any video of this yet, but it seems like he's in the habit of humiliating, putting down his cabinet members. Somebody pointed out, I believe it was or the last time he had a cabinet member, probably Thursday, he was putting extra down. It's unbelievable. Okay. Hair Care by Ann says, I have been talking to this guy. His name is William Wilson. Okay. What's the question? The person who asked me that question, can you please call me? Here's the number. Philbia says, I put an application for an apartment. Will I be moving there? Is it an off-white or white color building? If it is, very good chance, yes. Okay. Oh my God. Lani Ann says, will my daughter need back surgery as she has a disc protruding, which is causing a lot of pain? Yes. She has a 4-month-old baby and having trouble lifting. Oh yes, I wouldn't even, if I was her, I wouldn't even try to lift the baby, because that's one way to kill your back. A lot of us don't think so. But all that bending and picking up the baby, and you're young, most people, they don't worry about the back until way later your back start complaining. So chances are she'll probably need surgery, but thank God today, for example, one of my brother-in-laws, he had back surgery. It was, he did very well. Today they're getting pretty good at it. So chances are yes, because how are they going to be able to push that disc back? There is another way they can stretch. They have those machines today. Maybe that's one way they can try to do it, and if it doesn't work, they may have to do surgery, because that's the way I'm getting it. There's a machine. In fact, I went to a chiropractor. They have it there, but they ask $200 or something, $200 plus dollars for a session. It stretches your back, and creates spaces. So I don't know if doctors use it. Hi, this is Milo.
Hey Milo, can I talk a second?
Oh no, because I'm live on call me some other time, okay? Because I'm on YouTube.
Come back
Sorry.
later tonight in an hour, 2 hours?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay.
Okay, bye. Oh my God, this gentleman. But I don't want, you can't walk away from someone who's having issues. He has some major mental issues, and for some reason he trusts me, and he keeps calling me for whether he should move to that place or to this place, or if he should. But you can't, but for any little decision he has to make, he has to call me. I'm like, there's nothing I can do. I tell him, Anyway, now I forget what I was saying. I thought it was one of you that was calling. That's my YouTube phone. Of course, that's what he's going to call me from. Okay. Somebody asked me a question, and I said to the person to call me. I don't remember who that was. Sharice Martin says, "Hi, Milou. I thought about you, said about Russia. Oh, Russia boots in the White House. Oh my God, big time. Laura Loomer was giving the Russia officials too a dig. Yes, I heard about that, and the other Democrats right now are demanding lots of questions. And those guys are not supposed to be in this country. Can you imagine this? The arrogance of some Republicans? Yeah, I'm not surprised. Amazing. These people, I wonder if they, whose interest, why are they in Congress? I read about that last night. Thank you for posting this. I forgot to, I was going to forget to mention it. Yeah. I mean, I think the Republicans, they wanted, obviously, it seems like the Republican base, a lot of them, they are into that dictatorship stuff because they've never experienced it. They want this country to be like Russia. Little that they know, St. Petersburg, according to what I hear, is nice. But once you leave St. Petersburg, it's a dump. No toilet, nothing. And people should look at how the Russian soldiers were behaving when they first went into Ukraine. They were stealing anything and everything that was inside, even people's toilets. They pick them off the floor, ship them to over the border to Russia. And that's what they want here? Well, they continue to support Trump. He makes a lot of money and it's for himself. And we don't, people don't have health insurance. People are having difficulties meeting day-to-day expenses. But he's tearing down the White House, among a whole bunch of other places. There is a place now he wants to do inside the White House. From what I understand, there's a room, something, I don't remember exactly. That's his next target. And then he wants to go to Cuba after that. Yeah. This is not going to be fun, my friends. Okay. Davis 84 just says, Milo, I was studying, listening to your evening show. It was wonderful and very fun and awesome to listen to during my test. Oh my God, my test review. Okay, that's good. I just passed my test and tuned to all your channels, sir. God bless. God bless you too. Thank you, Davis, for your support. I appreciate it. Yeah. Okay. I'm looking for questions. Oh, okay. Yes, hair care by Anne. That's why I asked you to call me. I was trying to figure out who it was you I was looking for. I'm talking to William Wilson. He's very harsh. You don't want somebody like that in your life. Should I continue talking to him? No. If he's harsh, it's going to get worse. That's why I was asking you to call me. Okay? And if you were to find out, about his dad is the same way. Okay? You want someone who's loving, who has your back, or you have each other's back, who's not gonna put you down or mistreat you. This is a type of abuse, you know. So no, cut them off. You can find somebody better. Okay? All right. Lani Ann says, thank you, Milu. My daughter has been referred to start to a neurosurgeon. Yes, that's the best. That's the best thing. Keep us posted, Lani Ann. She says, Milu, my goddaughter has to decide which high school to attend. Oh my God. Will she choose the best school for her? I'm sure she will. You know, at that age, they need a little bit of guidance, but it's friends where she feels, you know, besides, because at that age, yes, academics is important. They know that, but it's where they feel they can make more friends and be more accepted. So it's a balance. I'm sure her parents will guide her. But yes, I feel she will. Okay? Thank you very much, Charmaine63 for your generosity and the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'm glad you liked the program. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, David, for reminding everyone to hype and like. I appreciate it. All right. Oops. Lani Ann says, praying everything goes well with my daughter. I'm sure. We're all praying for you, and I feel she's going to be okay. It's tough. Back surgery, oh my God. But, you know, I had, like I said, one of my brother-in-laws had it. Another friend of mine had back surgery not too long ago. I think she had something similar to your daughter. So, hang in there. Okay. Hi, Craig Dixon. Dixon says, neither does my mom, Martha, have a message for me. I mean, they always have. I'm trying to. Okay. One second. Well, does your side bother you? Is your right side? Craig, can you please call me? Charish Martin says, Amilu, do you think Russia will take over the U.S.? No, my friend, you don't even have to worry about that. That's never going to happen. I mean, we can get, you know, I don't think it, you know, we may come to blow, but Russia doesn't have the power, the money, the means to take over the United States. No way. Okay? And mostly now. I don't see that happening. Yes. Trump's moves are creating opportunities for that, but it's not going to happen. Hi, this is Milu.
Yeah, Milu.
Yes.
This is Craig.
Hi, Craig. Yeah. Okay. Does your right side bother you sometimes?
No, I have arthritis. I hurt all over the place. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my feet, my back, everywhere.
Yeah. All right. That's possibly why I'm getting it. Okay. No, but she's saying that's what she's showing, the discomfort, you know. Unfortunately, but, you know, they are coming out with medication without side effects, so that should, and, you know, that are very good from what I understand for arthritis. Mm-hmm. So she's saying, you know, in time that will get better, you know.
Okay.
So, you know, hang in there. I mean, it's tough when you have pain. Mostly, you know, if you are older, it's even worse. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was on biologics for a long time, but, you know, it's not good for your liver. And
Right.
these other pills, it's not good for your liver. Friends have told me, try something like marijuana. And I go, no, I never tried that. I don't think I want to.
Right.
You know, it can cycle. It can psych. I'm kind of psychic and kind of a medium myself.
Right.
And I know it'll open up doors that I don't want to open.
Yeah, but it's not good either because, from what I understand, it triggers paranoia. Some people and mental issues don't know how you're going to respond to it. So I agree with you. Okay.
Right. So I don't want to do that.
Yeah. She says keep working with the doctors, but they're coming out with new medication that that doesn't have this pen medication that doesn't have the side effect of the old one. So hang in there. That's what she's saying. Okay.
All right.
All right. Good luck. You're welcome. All right. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Let's see. Oh my God, Cece, Emilio, what's your thought on Tiger Woods? He needs help. Absolutely. I saw the accident. In fact, I saw the pictures of. Well, for him, this is nothing. It's a beautiful Land Rover too. It's a beautiful truck, the newest ones, and it has those wide tires. I love those trucks, but even if I have money, I would not buy one. Those things are not reliable. But if you have money, his money, and you have a number of cars, owning something like that is no big deal. But having said that, since I love cars, yes, you're right. He needs help. But this is what happens when you have a lot of money and you don't have something to focus on, something to challenge you. Yes, he's a golfer, but that's his job. What else does he have? I mean, to me, at this point, he has an addiction issue. So you're right, Cece, okay? But I don't understand why people like him put themselves in those situations. I mean, I understand, he has a disease. It's a problem. I felt the same way when we lost Prince, because we may lose him the same way one of these days. You never know. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying, he has kids. He has beautiful kids. So he should, be careful. They're getting older now too. But I think to answer your question, Cece, he needs help big time, because this is his third time. It's really ridiculous. And you have that much money. Enjoy yourself. Stop doing crazy stuff. You can travel, wherever you want. Oh my God. James Lee says, me to no job offer yet. Apply to two more. One easy and one more difficult job. Your thoughts? Keep applying. It's not you. I'm not saying that's going to happen to you. I know, a couple of software engineers who have been out forever. One of them is over a year. So you're not the only one. Keep applying. Things will change. Okay, I know it's easy for me to sit here and tell you that, but I went through something like that after 55. Once that age discrimination stuff, that's another challenge. Oh my God. Jarman says, will I be able to take my cat to live with me in Jamaica? Yeah. As long as they let you into the country with it, the airlines don't have a problem. And here you're living with the cat. So the government, he doesn't care. When you get to Jamaica, That's going to be the challenge. I don't know the rules there, but living in our airports here, well, they're going to ask you for vaccine stuff, because they don't want to put the cat with other animals and spread something. As long as you have all the medical requirements, yes, I don't see a problem. Okay, so enjoy. Marilyn John says, Milo, what is your Cash App? My Cash App is, 1 second, please. Thank you. Let me see. I'm going to tell you in a minute, sorry. Okay, I'll write it, I'll post it, okay? Oops. Okay, it's Milu Polycarp. I'm making sure Polycarp. I'm making sure I spell it correctly. I posted it. Thank you, I appreciate it. All right, friends, let's see if there's any more questions. Davis says, I am a victim from back surgery also. It's not a fun recovery. Not at all, I heard. But it's also up to you to make it the best recovery. Mine was due to service. Oh yeah, a lot of people who was in the service have back issues, depending on the job you were doing. Yeah. Thank you, Marilyn Johnson. Okay. Tima Z says, Amilo, does my mom have a message for me? It's, whose name starts with the letter C, Tima Z, as in Charlie? There's a C name, there's a name that starts with the letter F. I'm getting those 2 letters. F as in Frank, C as in Charlie. Can you please call me? Make it fast because I'm going to be leaving. Thank you very much, James Lee, for your generosity in the super chat. James said, thank you for everything. You're very welcome. Thank you, my friend, for your support. Okay. Let's see. Dana Luna says, me do my mom's back situation never get better. It can, but not by itself, okay? So tell your mom to work with her doctor, It's easy for me to sit here and say that, okay? I understand, it's very painful. I've had a couple of bouts of back pain. Oh my God, it's the worst. Hair care by Ant says, he asked me to tell him something nice, and I just started talking to him. It made me feel uncomfortable. Yeah, he's not the right person. You don't want anybody to, at this stage of the game, to make you feel uncomfortable. Okay? Hi, this is Milu.
Hey, Milu, this is Tima.
Yes, you asked me about your mom, right?
Charlie and F.
Yeah, who's that, please?
C, I can remember, but F is my grandma's name.
Okay. They are all together. I'm confusing your grandma with your mom. That's why I was asking you that. I thought that was your mom's name. But it's okay.
No.
They're all together. They want to say hi to you and pass the love through the rest of the family. Are you moving or thinking of moving? Or who's moving?
I have a wish to move back home.
Oh, you have a wish to move back home. Well,
yes.
It's going to be up to you. You know what I mean? They said that's your decision because that's a big move. You know what I mean? So
yes.
The best thing to do is in the evening, do you remember your dreams?
Yeah, I've been having her lately. I mean, I'm asking her when I lay down, I pray for her, and then I'm asking her to come to my dream. The other night, I had her in my dream.
Right.
And I woke up from a dream, but I couldn't remember, like...
Oh, that's okay. The right one...
She was there and my dad was there, but my dad is still alive.
Right.
And I could not remember. Did she say something to me?
Nah.
I woke up from that, I was angry, not angry, but scared.
Yeah, don't be afraid. The thing is, you will remember the right dream. The thing is, you don't necessarily have to ask her to come and talk to you. Just talk to God, ask God to show you, if it's the right thing to move back to your country. That's the best thing. Okay? And then you will find out.
I pray for my mom every night, so...
That's okay. Yeah, you can pray for her. That's all right. But talk to God, because you see, when we dream, it can be anybody who comes to talk to you. But in your mind, you may think, well, it's not my mom, so I'm not going to pay attention to that dream. So that's why I'm saying, instead of, you can pray for your mom, but talk to God, ask God for guidance, whether you should move or not. Okay?
Okay.
So it's up to you. All right? Good luck. It was nice talking to you. You're very welcome. Take care.
Thank you, Mia.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, friends. Thank you very much, everyone, for spending time with me. Thank you, Chat Managers, for your help. I appreciate it. If anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmiro.com, or please feel free to call me or text me on my YouTube number. If you like the channel and you are not a subscriber, please subscribe and also tap on the notification bell. Please give me a thumbs up. That would help me a lot. I will see you all Monday evening or Monday during the day, depending on which show you attend. Till then, bye.